Hey guys, let's talk about cameras. Okay, so I've had a lot of people ask me, hey, what are some of the camera setups you use? And so I kind of wanted to go through some of that today. We can talk about some of the cameras, what I've been using, what I'm kind of trying out, what I'm thinking about using in the future. So I started out with, as you guys have seen from the videos, a helmet setup, and I had a couple of different options for what I was doing there with my battery packs and my helmet. But I originally started out, so I had my little GoPro Hero 3 Black that I've had for forever, mounted on my camera or on my helmet. This has been a good little camera. I still love it. Obviously, it's a few generations behind, so you know, it doesn't have all the features of the new GoPros and things like that. I just recently tried, so as you guys saw in the Operation Chopping Block 2 videos, a new setup with my run cam that I had. So I had this run cam. I was using it as the selfie cam on my guns, and I decided I wanted to try to use it as a head-mounted FPV camera. And I'm trying to get more into the sniping mode, using my ghillie suit, using a boonie, getting just a little bit more tactical in what I play with. So I 3D printed this little GoPro mount with an extension arm to be able to kind of like, you know, as you can see, it's gonna fit in the boonie about like right there. I wanted it to be somewhat forward facing. And obviously, you know, the only downside to the RunCam Orange, RunCam 5 Orange, it's the new version, but it only comes in orange. So I've kind of painted this thing black. I'll eventually do, you know, some sort of a camo paint job on it. My big critique of this as an FPV camera, after using it for Operation Chopping Block, is it's very shaky. Even with the electronic image stabilization on it, in this position, like every step that I took, as you saw in the video, and you know, I'll show you guys a clip of that so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Every step that I took was very, very shaky and very, very just twittery and twitchy. And so I don't know that I'm going to enjoy using this as an FPV camera. I am kind of researching maybe going ahead and upgrading and getting the GoPro Hero 10 Black, because there's some new innovation that I have on it, including the horizon stabilization. So as I'm tilting my head to aim, the horizon still stays level. So as an FPV camera, it works really well. Plus their image stabilization engine is just, you know, I mean, it's a GoPro. They put all of their money into it. That being said, as a startup, you know, sort of like beginner camera, I mean, this thing's like $100 and it operates really, really well. I have a second one that I need to paint. This is the one I currently have. It's got the Picatinny rail mount, so this mounts on the front of my gun, points back at me, so I have that sort of like selfie view that I can cut to and give me an extra shot of. 4K video, I run mine, I mean, you know, YouTube doesn't actually do 4K, really, I don't think. I've not noticed a lot of difference running my videos in 4K versus 2.7. 2.7 uses a little bit less space on the card. If you guys have ever seen me out at the field, you know I run a battery pack on my gun that powers both the selfie cam and this little guy right here. So this is the Scope Cam 2 4K by RunCam. This is a 50mm lens, so this is the long range lens that I'm using for sniping, and I use it on my M4 as well. I'm probably going to get one that's maybe more like a 20mm or even like 30mm. I think they do 25 and 50. So get something that's a little bit less, you know, long range, because, you know, I don't really do a whole lot of long range stuff with my M4, or I try not to. So that'll give me a little bit wider field of view, close up. But this little camera right here is amazing. I think this one runs close to $200, and I'm going to link all these down below so you guys can kind of see them. But love this little camera. I have a USB cable that plugs into the battery pack for that, and then another USB cable that comes around and plugs into this RunCam for the selfie cam. So I have those two things that are set up that way. Now, as far as the battery packs go, I did create this sort of like, I hacked a little bit of a design together, and I've got some more improvements that I need to do, but this is sort of like it's a MOLLE adapter to take this little battery pack right here, and it hangs in the MOLLE straps on the back of my boonie cap so that I can run the cable around and power the front mounted camera. I have a similar design. It's a Picatinny rail mount for the battery pack that goes on my gun that powers both the front-facing scope cam and the rear-facing selfie cam on my gun. With those two battery packs, I'm able to power my cameras for an entire day of playing. That's how I keep them powered. That's how I get enough video. If you're wanting to get into using cameras in Airsoft, highly recommend checking out these run cams. Again, like I said, the image stabilization kind of works on the FPV view, setup. I'm going to try some without image stabilization and sort of compare the two. But they're great cameras for starters. Definitely love the run cam scope cam. There's a couple of other scope cams out there that you could look into as well. And then of course, if you really want to get into it and you really want to do something, awesome, GoPro, can't beat them. Like I said, I'm looking at the new Hero 10 Black. Probably will have that in my arsenal pretty soon so that I can continue to do even better and better content for you guys. So as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it's informative. Let me know down below what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe with that notification. It helps my algorithm. It helps you guys know when I'm getting new videos out there. As always, I'll catch you on the next one.